Hello, YouTube people of the world. I just wanted to do a recording as like a little intro to tell you all like a little bit about me, since I didn't really say too much during the other two videos. So, hello again. My name is Michelle, and I have been a stutterer since I was about 9 years old. This is pretty common, although a lot start when they're a lot younger, although some also tend to, I guess, outgrow it, but some do not. But anyways, so it started around 9, not exactly sure why. I had a couple traumatic experiences in my childhood, like breaking my front tooth when I was 9, and it was my adult tooth, so it was pretty traumatic. And then after that, I didn't want to really smile a lot or at all, or talk a lot, in order to hide that half of the tooth was not real, because I couldn't have a crown until I was older. So that's probably one reason. And then, I don't know, I was always nervous, for a variety of reasons, and not always the happiest, in like my teenage years. So a lot of things probably contributed to my disfluency, and it's also sometimes hereditary, and in my case, I believe it is hereditary, but I also believe that that possibly the gene or genes have to be like turned on from something happening. And I also hit my head quite often on my bunk bed, although not on purpose, of course. It was on accident, but I can recall that happening more than I would have liked. So that maybe, I don't know. But yeah, so there's that. And I recall trying to hide it as much as I possibly could. So I hid it from my siblings and my parents, and I tried to hide it from those at school, my friends, teachers, everybody, pretty much. So I grew up known as the quiet one, or the really shy girl, which is not true. I guess because I was hiding my disfluency, that made me the shy girl and the quiet one, but that's not really who who I am on the inside. I love to talk, and with my friends and those that I'm really close to, and those that I trust, and those that I know will not judge me, I talk a lot, and sometimes I talk a little too much. And I say a little too much sometimes, and I just ramble, and I go on and on. But I love to talk. So definitely not quiet. And I don't think I'm really shy. It's just that I'm conservative and I don't really share a whole lot because I'm, reserved. And I guess it's kind of hard to trust people until you get to know the person. So I may not bring up a whole lot in the beginning. That's just who I am, I guess. Yeah, so back to my story. School was kind of difficult. Like, middle school, got harder because they started doing presentations more and, like, that annoying, like, reading in class. Like, can't the teacher just read to you? Obviously, at, like, whatever grade, they should know that you can read. So what's the point of taking turns in class reading? Like, I never understood the reason why we had to do that. I thought it was really stupid. And I'm so glad that they got rid of that in college because, really, obviously at this point we can read. So anyways, so that was, like, something that I tried to get out of a lot. And most of the time, I was successful in getting out of that. But it just was not a good time, and it made me not like school. I didn't want to go to school because I didn't want there to be a chance of everyone knowing that I had this fluency, because when you're young, kids are really mean and they don't understand when others are different and what it means and all that. So then they just assume that, oh, you're different, so that must mean you're weird or strange or there's something wrong with you, so we shouldn't talk to you or like you or whatever. So, yeah. And I grew up thinking that I had to be perfect in order for anyone to like me. And, like, it was always, like, a competition to me to be, good at something because it was hard. Because I was afraid of doing things, any kind of activity or sport or playing an instrument, because I didn't want to have to talk to anybody. Like, I missed out on a lot during my life. But once I got to college and I had speech therapy at a couple of different places, and currently at the college I'm at now, it has helped a lot, and it has helped to bring me out of my shell more, and it has helped me to accept my disfluency and to disclose to others about it and be more open about it, which I guess is also called advertising. So that has really, really helped me a lot, and I hope that I can go on and continue to help others that are not at my level yet, and I also hope to progress in my own acceptance of my fluency. And yeah, I don't know. I mean, also going to the National Stuttering Association's annual conference, that also helped me a whole lot too, because it makes it really real to you that there are a lot of individuals out there who know what you go through every day. They know your challenges. They're not going to judge you when you talk. And it's like the greatest place ever to go. And you make friends there that also have a disfluency. Like, you can just talk freely without a care in the world, and it's really great. And it's a really great time. So I would really recommend going. It's a little pricey, but it's worth it. Yeah, it's really great. I know that prior to the conference and like prior to doing my speech therapy, I thought like there's no one else out there that knows what I go through all the time. And I felt so alone, and it was just a really bad time, you know, feeling like no one understood me, and I was just like really depressed. But now that I know that there's like so many people in the world, like at the conference, there was around 900 individuals who have a stutter. So that's a lot of people, and that's not even everybody, because obviously not everyone could go for one reason or another. So there are many more out there, and there are even more around the world. It's a lot of people. So yeah, things are looking up, and I'm gonna keep on progressing in life. And I'm not gonna let anything stand in my way. I'm just gonna try my best to do what I have to do in my very close career is coming up, because I was put on this planet to help others in any way that I possibly can. And so if I can encourage those struggling with their disfluency and feeling alone and like they don't have any purpose in life, and explaining to them that they do, and helping show them that they do, and just helping them explore their opportunities more so they can have the life that they want, that would be really awesome. And also helping those with their health concerns relating to nutrition and their diet, and encouraging them to eat healthier so they can live a longer life, and to have less health problems when they're older, or at any age really. That would be really great, because I also have history with like health problems related to nutrition, and I know what it's like to be afraid of eating certain foods, and like even at times not wanting to eat at all, but you have to in order to live. And I never want anyone to be afraid of eating food, because it's not good. And like, you are what you eat. So if you eat fruits and vegetables, whole grains, lean meat, low fat dairy, then you're a well balanced individual. And if you're physically active, at least a few times during the week for like an hour each time, then you're going to feel a lot healthier, you're going to have more energy, and you're going to have less illness and less time that you have to take going to a doctor to help cure something. So it is very important. Nutrition, what you eat, is very important. And I just want to help everybody realize that in any type of healthful way. Yeah. And I really would like to do the whole counseling thing, but obviously not really like as a counselor, but as in nutrition counseling. Because I feel like I would be good at that. But I'm also very interested in the mind and how the mind works. So that's why I took psychology. And I had a minor in psychology, but I had to recently drop it because I don't have time to do the rest of my courses, unfortunately. But I could always take electives in it, possibly, when I continue on to do graduate school after a short little break. Yeah, that's my fridge. It makes very loud noises. Randomly. It's weird. Anyways, so yeah, that's a little bit about me. Also, I would like to talk about the topic of jobs. I've basically left every job I've ever had, except for the one I have currently, because I didn't tell any of my coworkers or my managers that I had disfluency, so I would hide it every time I came in to work, and it was the most awful time ever, because to everyone I worked with, I seemed unfriendly and quiet and weird because I didn't talk to them unless I had to, and I don't know, I didn't want them to know that I had disfluency, so I tried to hide it, and I dreaded going to work every day at all my jobs. And I think I just left all my jobs because it came close to them knowing about my disfluency. And really, I realize now that it's not a huge issue. I mean, it's important for them to know, especially my manager, because if a coworker is, I don't know, being discriminatory, I can go to my manager or someone higher up and tell them and have it corrected. And my job would go a lot smoother if others knew, so that I wasn't afraid of talking, because a lot of jobs involve talking. It's part of every job. So, and it's important for you to feel comfortable at your job. You don't want to go to a place where you're dreading working at, and you don't want to be working while you're worried and anxious the whole time. It's just not a good time, and it's not what you want to be doing your whole life, worrying and being afraid. No, it's not good. So my most recent job, I decided to bring it up during my interview, and of course it was not a problem. But I mean, It's a peer minister job. So it's at a religious place, and they're very understanding and they don't judge. So it worked out very well. But unfortunately, I have to get another job for weekends during school, and that I'm a little bit anxious about. But I don't know. I've been told not to bring up my disciplinary during an interview, and then I've been told that it's okay to bring that up, which I feel like it's okay, because if you're gonna hire me, if you're not going to hire me because of the way I talk, that's called discrimination, and you can get in trouble for doing that. But of course, they wouldn't say that they're not going to hire me because of that. They come up with a different reason, but I make it very hard for anyone to come up with another reason, because really there is none. I am eligible and like able to do any job that I apply to. So they would have no other reason. But anyways, so yeah, that's just another thing that I struggled with. And if any of you that I used to work with are watching this right now you know why I was the way that I was. I didn't talk very much, and why I left. Yeah. Well, this has been a long video, and I'm sorry that I don't know, kind of been out there, not really talking a whole lot, or talking quick, or whatever. I'm kind of tired. It's been a long day. But until the next video, I hope everyone has a good day, a good week, a good year. 2019, woohoo! Maybe this one's gonna be like the best year ever. I mean, I know I'm going to try to make it be the best year ever. So I can't wait, and I'll be sharing my journey with you as it progresses. So this is me saying good night, YouTube. Adios.